Today we have Cameron McIntosh with us. Hi, Cameron.
Hi, Jessica.
How are you?
Good. How are you? Excited to be here again.
So Cameron McIntosh is the VP of Enterprise Sales at Inside Real Estate, aka KVCore. But you also have a great background. You used to work for Zillow and Loop, correct? Can you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Yeah, certainly. So before I joined the team at Inside Real Estate in September of last year, for about 4.5 years, I worked for Zillow and Loop as Director of Enterprise Sales for Loop and the Zillow Broker Relations team. So before that, even for about 6 years, I was actually residential sales specialist as well. So I was an agent and specialized in new home construction. So been in the industry for quite some time.
Wow, so not just real estate background, but you also work with some of the biggest lead gen company out there. So that's a great resume right there. And that's probably why you are going to help us with today's theme, which is marketing resources for listings and capturing leads. So question number one, what is the easiest way to generate leads and traffic from your listings?
Yeah, certainly. I think even before I get into that a little bit, I just want to kind of set the groundwork, lay the groundwork for the way that we think about, leads and quality of leads and capturing leads, because over the past, so many years, even before when I was a producing agent and before I joined Loop and Zillow, more importantly, we've been kind of taught and conditioned to focus on custom websites and actual lead quality, and kind of changing the perspective on that a little bit, I think will help when you think about having marketing resources and how to drive those leads that you generate from those marketing resources back to your website. The website and your website, whether it's a templated site or a custom website, a custom WordPress site or some other type, it should really be the form, the lead capture form is what your website should do. Your website shouldn't be the sole way that it's great for branding on a personal level, your brand as an agent, your experience as an agent, but it's not really where you want to send leads in order to really look at, how great your website looks. What you really want, and what we're all in the business to do, right, is market our properties, right? To either start working with buyers or start working with sellers. And so what we want is we want to create this life cycle where we have marketing resources, and I'll go over, the level and how many and, what those do for you here in a minute. But you want to have those marketing resources drive leads back to your website so that your brand can then capture them. And then you want them to obviously from there flow very seamlessly and easily into a CRM. But what we really want to focus on again is those marketing resources. So the easiest way to generate leads for listings is you want to be able to use a solution or a platform that allows you with a click of a button to have a really dynamic tool, right, to post to social media platforms. So with a click of a button, you will be able to post any listing to, whether it's Instagram or your Twitter feed or your Facebook news feed, right? You want something that's going to auto create those ads for you, not allow you to worry about the look and the feel. You can choose the picture really easily for that ad, or multiple pictures, but you just want something that's going to be able to, with a click of a button, allow you to market on any social media platform, create that listing, advertising, and off you go. And then that way you can start generating a ton of leads.
I agree with you. So are you saying that even now, the personal website is kind of old school, when people put a page about their bio and a page about tips for the buyers and tips for the seller? It kind of leave the consumer to browse around, and we don't want that, right? We want to find a system that kind of capture the lead like a squeeze page, right?
Right. Yeah. And so you don't want your website to have the functionality of it, or really create the functionality in your website of all these, tabs and resources that a prospect or a lead has to click through. Now you do want the ability to have a landing page and then have, text for more information for new construction or text for first-time home buyers. You want to be able to blanket the area with certain marketing tools, right? Or whether it's targeting specific listings, you want to be able to hyper local target all of your listings and all of your programs that you're helping work with, prospects and leads. But yeah, that's exactly right. You want the resources to drive leads back to your website, because if anything over the past few years that, these large portals have taught us, it's not the look and the feel, right? Zillow doesn't look great. Realtor.com doesn't look great. They haven't spent a lot of money, but what it is very easy to do on both of those websites and those portals, right, is to look at homes, pictures of homes. That's all consumers care about, right? They want great pictures and they want to be able to click. We're all guilty of what, even if we're not searching for homes. I mean, I look at homes that I can't afford all the time, just because it's just, if you're in real estate, you love it, but consumers love doing it too. It's, it's how these portals capture 180 million leads a month. It's insane. So that's exactly how you want that kind of life cycle to be created and perform for you.
I see, like even 5 years ago, I used to, even our team used to like use the listing link and trying to figure out and create the Facebook ad and trying to think about, okay, what kind of audience I need and who am I targeting? But that's old school now. Now there is platform like HomeSnap and even you guys, right? KVCore, or you don't have to think anymore. So what do you think about the agent that needs to stop to be a digital marketer and let a third vendor to do the work?
Yeah, so there's platforms out there that allow, or it's really more about empowering the agent to do it very, very simply, right? Allowing them to do it within a matter of minutes, right? The previous tools or solutions that have existed in the industry, they've been pretty clunky, or you've had to go to kind of a landing page or squeeze page builder, and then you've had to try to figure out how to use that with a CRM and how to incorporate that and plug in through a widget on your website, to drive leads back. And so you want the ability to have those resources at your fingertips and be able, allow those to auto create, listing ads for you very simply, but you want to be able to go in right in a matter of minutes and be able to define the search parameters, right? So you want to be able to focus on or market open house listings in a certain school district, right? You want to be able to do that within 2 minutes, and you want to be able to post that link. You want to generate that link automatically, and then you want to be able to post that link on your Facebook newsfeed or in a Facebook group, right, for that school or for that neighborhood very, very easily. So that's really what you want, right? You don't really want to have to pay thousands of dollars for someone else to do that for you. You want to be able to do that for yourself, but very simply and easily.
So do you think like squeeze page and text capture are the best way to get leads these days, or is there any other system you suggest?
Yeah, the easiest way is certainly going to be listing pages. It's going to be squeeze pages, landing pages, right? And you want to be able to have the ability to really kind of blanket your area in them, For instance, even with what I do, from my sales process and perspective, the way that we operate, I mean, we have over 10,000 landing pages out there, right? I mean, we want to be able to capture a lead that has an interest in CRMs or, marketing resources or business analytics. It doesn't matter what the prospect or lead may be interested, which area, which market, but you want to be able to blanket, right, your areas for, again, hyper local focused marketing, right? You want to be able to focus on a school district or a new construction neighborhood or a certain subdivision that is selling really well. You want to be able to create those landing pages and be able to market on Facebook and Instagram and Twitter. The social media platforms and the squeeze pages are amazing, right? I mean, in a matter of 48 hours, just through click-throughs, you can get 200, 250 leads, and you automatically capture those prospect or leads information, through Facebook, so or Instagram or Twitter. So it's fantastic. It's automated, and you just want it to be really, really simple for you.
Something I really like with KVCore is not just about, we all know it's not just about the lead capture, right? It's more about also converting and follow up with the leads. I mean, you can have 300 leads, but if you don't know how to follow up with the leads, well, you can just put your leads in the trash. Can you tell me a little bit about the KVCore platform when it comes to converting the leads and follow-up system with the leads?
Yeah, so, again, over the past, however many years you want to go back, really at minimum the past 5 years, we as agents have been relegated to going out and choosing what I call point solutions, right? Point solutions for you to pay $50 a month for a landing page builder, and then you go pay $1,000 a month for a CRM, and then you pay another few $1,000s, and then $100 a month for hosting for a website. And you have to figure out on your own how to get all of those different solutions to work together, to speak together, to have that life cycle of the lead flow through very easily. So beyond that, to your point, right? And then after you capture them, that's even before, you start trying to communicate with leads. That's trying to figure out just how to get them into your CRM. But most importantly, what you want after that, after they're captured, is, I spoke about this earlier, but lead quality, right? There's the same lead visits Zillow, Realtor, right? It's the same lead that you pay for Google PPC. It's the same lead that goes to Allison James' website, right? The same lead will go to multiple portals or websites, what have you, and then also be generated through Google pay-per-click or Facebook advertising. So you want that lead to, at minimum, no matter what, become a part of your sphere, right? And so that whether Sally with a 540 credit score buys, in the next 6 months or 1 year, what happens with us agents and us in sales, right? And I'm guilty of this, is that you always work with people that are going to buy and close or sell, and they have a great property and close within the next 30 to 60 days. And you let the people that come in as leads that aren't ready to buy or sell right away, you kind of allow them to trickle right to the back of your mind. You put them on a post-it note on your computer, and you as a reminder to call them 3 months from now. That's really the problem. That's why we as agents only focus on, out of 500 contacts, maybe, 5% or less of them. So what you want is a system that's going to help you automatically communicate, right? So it's not about lead quality, it's about communication, it's about follow-up. With KVCore, for instance, right, our average user, our average agent really doesn't talk to that lead until the first time that they actually request, right, a listing appointment or a showing request, right? Because the system is automatically sending out texts on behalf of the agent. It's automatically sending out emails. You have to have a solution. And this is really important too, right? So nowadays—
You said text too, the system send out text.
Definitely, yeah. Not just email. And so to that point, right, consumers in this day and age, this is amazing. These are amazing stats. So not only does 7 out of 10 home searches begin on mobile platforms, right? Google searches for real estate have grown over 250%, right, over the past 5 years. But over 66% of leads will respond to a text message within 1 to 3 minutes over an email, right? 9 out of 10 leads prefer a text over an email. I mean, I'll text my 28-year-old brother 5 or 10 times, right, and he'll respond immediately. But if I call him 100, he'll never pick up the phone, to the average consumer, they don't like being sold. But if you could have a system that's going to automatically send out a text for you on your behalf as an agent and do it in an intelligent way, allow it to look like it's actually coming from you as well. And then if the consumer is looking at a specific listing on your website, not only is that text going to automatically be sent and ask that consumer about that listing and ask if they want information, but it's also going to refer to other listings that not only have the same kind of search parameters, but also look similar too, because we run image recognition in the MLS. So imagine that as a consumer, right? You're shopping, and not only the first communication you get from your agent is not only, hey, would you like more information about this listing, but they're already recommending other homes in the area that I haven't even clicked on yet. And that's all happening via text. So
yeah. And what's funny is the first time I communicate with you about KVCore, you called me and you text me and probably receive an email. And I did not react to any one of them besides the text. I responded to the text because that's just the way it is. And I believe email is like newspaper, right? In 5-10 years, we won't use email anymore.
Right. Well, you and I probably wake up in the morning, and I know I have at least 100 emails, right? I mean, and we don't have the time to get through all of them. The other really important thing that you just said, Jessica, is that I sent them, right? And guess what? I did not send those.
Yeah.
That's the whole point, right? That's the whole point. Yeah. But
Oh, you did? Oh.
Yeah. But I actually, I'm really honest about it. I talk about it all the time when I'm in front of, a lot of agents speaking. It's literally, the first time I spoke with you was after you text back, and I didn't even send those first 2 emails or those first 2 texts. But the follow-up that my process allowed made me look like, I was, and I knew that I was communicating. I saw the communications and I was tracking it and following it, but I didn't have to worry about digging into my phone, right? If you came in Sunday night at 7 o'clock and I'm at dinner with my family, I don't want to have to worry about getting my phone out, right? I have kids. It's not going to happen with my kids around anyways, but I don't have to worry about getting in and manually doing it. My system automatically does it for me. So that's so powerful, to have a solution that does that for you.
Yes, and I see that KVCore also have like a system where you can block the time, right? So you don't want the system to send text on the weekend or after 6 p.m.
That's right. Yep. On the hour, if you're just a weekend warrior, you can block off times where it's just happening on the weekend. If unfortunately, if we've ever been in real estate, we know our job's 24/7, so we really don't have off time. But if you do want to block off, communications after 10 p.m. or 11 p.m., you can do that very, very easily. You can block off holidays. If you're absolutely, reserved, you're going to go out of town for a week or 10 days or 2 weeks on vacation, you can turn it off. But the system, your system will still, essentially act for you on your behalf, right? Because if you're on vacation on a beach somewhere and you have leads coming in, you want those leads being responded to. You just don't want to be bothered with it, right? You should be using a platform that's going to do that for you automatically, because they will. The capture rate is at minimum 10 times than a typical capture rate. So it's amazing.
Working. Cameron, thank you so much. We know we love you to have you at the show. We love KVCore. We love all of you guys out there. Great product. Thank you very much, Cameron. If you have any question, go ahead, post it, and we'll email it to Cameron. And I wish everyone a great week.
Thanks.
Bye.
Thanks. I love being here. Thanks. Have a great week. See ya.
Bye.
Bye.